So the atom by itself, when there is no interaction, okay, has some frequency associated with it. Okay? And yet, nothing in the atom is literally moving in the sense of an energy density. Right? Does everybody get that? Because the eigenstates of the energy, right, they just change in phase as time goes on. So if you were to look at something like psi A of x and t squared, you would find that it's independent of time. Right? It doesn't move around. It's just one big thing. Right? A good example is you've got the zeroth harmonic of the atom, right? And that thing just goes womp, 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 but it doesn't really move, right? It just stays there, but it changes phase. And then what you've got, like another excited state, which is, or another harmonic, which is the, I'm going to think of the one that's an eigenstate of Lz. So this thing is like a donut, right? It also just stands still. It doesn't actually move stuff around. And of course, you know that that has to be true because that's exactly why people 100 years ago thought the atom should be unstable, right? And that's how radios work. If you swing charges around, they radiate, right? So these charges can't be swinging around. Does everybody get that, at least intuitively? Right?
So in a stationary state, then what's the frequency really corresponding to?
Exactly. So that's the question I would like to talk about, but it's kind of subtle. So suppose this is our state A, and this is our state B. Okay. Is everybody okay with that? So I am going to try to induce this transition by shining on the atom laser light, which has a frequency that matches the difference between these two. Okay. What is oscillating with that frequency? Okay. It is the actual possibility that you could have measured a different observable and gotten a completely predictable answer. That's what's dynamically evolving, even though the energy density or the distribution of the electron is completely still. That just blows my mind every time. So this is the thing you're actually matching. This is the dynamic which the light is resonating with. But you shouldn't think that this is the state. This is the electron, completely holistically, right? And each one of these circles is rotating at exactly the same omega naught. Okay, so it's like this quantum globe, which just rotates. Okay, but again, it's not a physical object. Right? It just rotates in a space of logic, in a space of possibilities. Possibilities in the sense that you choose an observable, and when you choose that observable, this tells you exactly what happens when you measure for that observable's outcomes. Right? Okay, so I told you it's kind of subtle, but the point is something is dynamically evolving. Okay, even though the electron's density in actual space is not moving. Okay, both of which are crucial because again, you can't swing charges around without radiation. So how is this thing evolving? It's evolving this way. Okay?